I get it. You are excited, but you're also a little bit overwhelmed. Don't worry, I'm going to help you. When I first started crafting, I was overwhelmed also on what heat press was perfect for my crafting needs. I can tell you, start slow. You don't need everything all at once. I'm going to show you several different heat presses, but I've been crafting for a long time. This Vevor hat press. It is so simple and easy to use, good to set. It has great pressure. This little lever part right here helps you get a good, nice placement whenever you're pressing. The Cricut hat press, I had it, I sold it. HTV Ront Auto Press. Simple to use. I like the plate size. It's 15 by 15. It's very easy to change the temperature and the time. There's a couple things that I don't like about it. So one thing I don't like about it, it has good pressure, but it doesn't have excellent pressure. So for me, as far as pressing sublimation, it's not my go-to. And I have never had good outcome trying to press puff vinyl with it, clamshell press. A few things about it that I like and that I don't like. One, it's consistent pressure, so that's great. Something I don't like about it is it's very hard to change the time and temperature on it. It's one of those you gotta hold your mouth right kind of things to get it right. So I'm not a fan of that. But it's the best press for sublimation and for easy puff. I think you get the best results from that because of the pressure being consistent on it. If you have a harder time, somebody with like shoulder problems or back problems, something like that, it takes a little oomph sometimes to close those. So the auto presses would be better if you struggle for something like that. They're heavy. What I don't recommend are the ones that are like 3-in-1, 5-in-1, 8-in-1, where you can switch it. And it sounds like a good plan because you can make it a tumbler press. You can make it a hat press. They're not meant to take apart and put back together. And those plates are heavy. So it's better just to have separate ones. So that you're not confused, clamshells are not just good for sublimation and puff. They're really good for just pressing vinyl. Like, they're just a really good press. The Cricut Auto Press. Super easy to set the time and temperature. It's easy to pull down and it locks in place. That's really all I have to say about it. Most of the time it flakes out and it doesn't come on. I have called Cricut customer service a good bazillion times. I've been on the phone for hours with them and I don't get anywhere. I think it's the cord. It has always done that, and the pressure on it. The Cricut Mini Press fits perfect in the palm of your hand, so when you press, the pressure is consistent. Consistent pressure is the secret to a good press. If you don't have a good consistent pressure, then you're not going to get a good press because it'll press better in the areas. But since that's the size of the palm of your hand, it's cheap. It's like under 50 bucks, I think. I've seen people get them as cheap as $8. If you find that, get yourself some for sure. It is really, really good for if you're doing like a pocket press. It's good for if you're sewing and you need to press something, you can have it right there by your machine. That's great to have. It's also really good for if you have something that has a zipper in it, and the heat presses can melt your zippers. So it's good that you can just like get that little area. It presses really well. Actually, I was surprised, but like my husband and them wear a lot of like Carhartt, where it's like those thicker jackets and they label them for work. I get the best presses using that mini press on materials like that. Hands down, in my opinion, it is definitely their best press. The Cricut Mug Press. It is exactly what it says. It's a mug press. I don't press a lot of cups and tumblers. It's just not a craft I do a whole lot. That works really well if you're just pressing like coffee mugs. But as far as tumblers, and you got to switch them, and there'll be like an area that gets more heat than others, because you can flip them, because I've absolutely done it. And it did really well with sublimation, except there's always an area that gets darker because of that gap in the middle. So if you're somebody that's going to press a lot, I would get a tumbler press versus the mug press. It just depends on your craft, and because for what it is, it does okay, but it just depends on what works for your crafting needs. The Cricut Easy Press. It's easy to set the time and the temperature. They're portable. They come in different sizes. You do need a pressing mat to press them on. You need that for the mini too. Consistency wise, see how I have one hand here, one hand here. When I press, you've got this area in the middle that's not getting the same pressure as the sides, and that matters as far as when you're pressing. It's really good for pressing things like tablecloths or like the canvas pop-up tents, like if you're a soccer mom and you want to put like a team on there, or for your craft fair booth or something like that. It's also really great for, I did a 5-foot long image that went on a blanket. It was sublimation, and I just laid the blanket on the floor, put the sublimation on top of it, taped it, pressed it on the floor, and it was amazing. There was zero ghosting, which I would have struggled with if it would have been on like a clamshell or something. So these are all just my opinions on the heat presses that work best for me and my crafts. I just wanted to share it because I know it feels overwhelming. Crafting can be expensive and you want to get the best bang for your buck. So I hope this helps. And if you would like any tutorials on pressing anything specific, or just want to see how we make something, comment in the links below. I'd love to help.